Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today, we're diving into a report so exciting. It's like watching a magician pull a rabbit out of a hat, but instead of a rabbit, it's billions of dollars in debt appearing disappear. Seriously though, we're dissecting Bausch Lomb Corporation's latest filing about a big financial move they're making. They are trying to borrow a lot of money like rearranging furniture in a mansion, but the mansion is their company's finances. Before we dive in, if you enjoy getting straightforward takes on corporate documents, hit that subscribe button. Also, join our Discord community, the link is in the description below. Let's decode together. Let's start with the basics. This is a Form 8K, a current report filed with the Securities and Exchange Commission. Companies use these forms to announce major events to investors. This 8K tells us Bausch Lomb announced something important on June 18, 2025. The main event is that Bausch turned Lomb is getting more money. Their smaller companies, also called subsidiaries, Bausch and Lomb Incorporated and Bausch Lomb Netherlands BV, are selling what are called notes. Think of notes like IOUs or promises to pay back money to investors. They originally planned to borrow 600 million euros, but they increased it to 675 million euros. They will sell this debt to investors at a slightly discounted price, about 99.5% of what it's actually worth. It's not just the notes. Bausch Lomb is also trying to get a new loan, actually two loans, a new too-fast $32.25 billion loan called a Term B loan and a new $800 million revolving credit facility. They increased the size of the Term B loan facility of the $2.2 billion announced previously. The Term B loan will accrue interest at a floating rate, meaning it will change based on market conditions using something called Term SOFR as a benchmark, plus they add 4.25% to that benchmark. All these transactions are expected to close around the end of June. So what's all this for? Bausch Lomb is basically refinancing its debt. They're using the money from the new notes and the new loan to pay off old debts, specifically their existing credit facility and other loans that are due in 2027. Think of it like taking out a new mortgage to pay off your old one, hopefully with a better interest rate or terms. They also have to pay fees along the way for refinancing, of course. Here's an important detail. Getting the money from selling the notes doesn't depend on getting the new loans. They can move forward with borrowing the 675 million euros even if the loan deals fall through. These new notes come with some guarantees. Bausch Lomb and most of its small companies are promising to back the notes. They're also putting up some of their assets as security. This means that if Bausch Lomb can't pay back the money, the investors have a claim on those assets. These assets are the same ones that secure their existing credit agreement and some other notes they issued that are due in 2028. The deal to sell the notes is expected to close around June 26, 2025, but this is subject to the usual conditions, which are mostly procedural things. The notes are being offered to specific types of buyers, big institutions in the United States and investors outside the United States. There is a rule called Rule 14.4a, and there's also something called Regulation S under the Securities Act. This explains who they are selling their notes to. The notes are not being offered to the general public in Canada, but they will offer them in a way that is exempt from Canadian securities laws. The company hopes to wrap up the new loan deals, the Term B loan and the revolving credit, around June 26, 2025, but there's no guarantee these will actually happen and close, or that they will happen on the terms being discussed. Bausch Lomb also put out a press release about this offering, as they are basically required to do the securities laws. It's included as an exhibit to this report. This report and the press release do not to you, me, or anyone reading this. This part is a list of what is exhibited with the report, including the press release that we just talked about. Alright, let's take a quick look at the company's signatures at the end of this report. We see that the report was officially signed by Sam Eldessky, who is the Executive Vice President and CFO of Bausch on June 18, 2025. This signature confirms that the information in the report is accurate to the best of their knowledge. Now, looking at these moves more broadly, Bausch Lomb seems to be proactively managing its debt. Refinancing can be a smart way to lower interest payments, extend repayment timelines, or both. However, it does mean taking on more debt now. Their ability to secure these loans and sell the notes suggests that investors and lenders have confidence in the company's future, given that they increased not only the notes offering but also the new Term B loan facility. It tells a story about the demand on the market to invest in Bausch & Lomb Corporation. They are not worried about being able to pay back the debt if demand is there. One potential risk is that floating interest rates could increase the cost of the new term loan if interest rates go up overall. Also, There's always a risk that the new loan deals won't close as expected. The bottom line is that Bausch Lomb is making some big financial moves to reshape its debt structure. Alright, that's a decode of Bausch Lomb's latest financial maneuver. What do you think about their strategy? Are they making the right move? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more corporate deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching and see you next time.